friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be manipulating an image that I want to put on a t-shirt. So the image that we're going to use is Medusa. Now we have two different images here and I'll show you the difference between them. Let me group them. So if you look at this image, it's got the different layers. But the black is a solid black. I want to do something a little different. And I'm going to use just the black and white image. So I'm going to highlight that, ungroup it. I'm going to delete the white layer because we don't need it. I'm going to make two copies, actually a third copy. So for this one here highlighted, I'm going to go into contour and I'm going to click hide all contours. And you will see why we're doing that here in a second. Now this little spot up here, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to address that when we deal with the color red. So I want to make a couple duplications of this. I'm going to move them out of the way. So this layer here is going to be our black layer, but I want to color in the flowers, the snakes, a color for her face, as well as the leaves. So this is one trick on how to do that. So let's do the flowers first. Now remember that little section there? We are just going to grab a little square. I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to make this very, very tiny. Zoom in a bit closer so I can really see what I'm doing here. Just trying to line it up the best I can with the top. It doesn't have an overlap. It can get pretty tricky to do this. So I'm angling the piece and overlapping. I'll leave it at that point there and I'm going to click weld, highlight, contour. So now that little spot is gone. So now I'm going to take one of my duplicated black layers, put it on top, going to align center, and I'm going to slice. So we're going to keep this copy. We don't need that copy. And we have an extra duplicate and that's fine. So highlighting the red copy, I'm going to click contour. And the contour function on Design Space a lot of times takes a long time. I'm going to click hide all contours. And we'll give it a second. So now we're left with the face. I obviously don't want a red face. So now we're going to go back in. You can hear my computer is working hard now because it's realizing I'm making it do extra work. Okay, so you can see as you move your mouse around, things highlight. So I want to highlight the face and turn that off. Hopefully that worked. Doesn't look like it did, so I will try again. And now I'm going to come to the red flowers. like roses, and I'm going to start turning them back on. Sometimes you got to move in weird positions to highlight a certain flower. Oh, I just had it there. There we go. Okay, let's do the one up top here. So because I filled in that little section when it was going onto the background, I'm able to get that last little petal there. So that was the main reason to do that. Well, the only reason, I guess. Okay, we got one flower left. So this is a time-consuming method. Hopefully Cricut comes out with kind of a better workaround. So let's see what this looks like. So the face is still there, so we'll go back in. Wait for it to load again. And turn the face off. There we go. So now when I line that up, we've got red flowers. So let's do the face this time. I'm gonna make this, I know this isn't really a skin tone, but the white is a little glitchy in the system right now. So line center and slice. So there's our black one, we can reuse that. We're gonna keep this copy, and that copy is gone. So we're going to contour. Wait for it to load again. We're going to hide all contours. So it's just going to leave the main part of the face, but there's going to be two side pieces that we're going to have to turn back on. So that one and that one. So now when we line this one up, we will send that to the back. Now we have face color. So we still have the leaves as well as the snakes. So these ones are a little harder. So I'm gonna make the snakes a light green and the leaves a darker green. So let's get this lined up. And we'll give that a slice. That's our copy to keep. We'll get rid of that copy, and I'm going to get rid of that copy as well. As we did before, we're going to come in, hide all the contours. It's going to leave the biggest piece showing, but we're going to shut that one off and then reopen what we feel will be the snakes. So this will be kind of personal preference. So it looked like it didn't turn everything off. Oh, there it goes. It just needs a second. So we'll pop out. So we're back to the face. We'll come back in. Yeah, I find the contour button, having to use it, it can be almost dreadful because takes so long for things to load. And maybe it's just my computer, but it's not fun. And you want to wait for it all to properly load, or it will take forever to do what you need to do. So there's a snake. We'll turn him on. Turn him on. That looks like a snake to me. One didn't look like it turned on. So we'll try again. So you could use the other Medusa pattern that I had shown to kind of figure out which greens are which. Again, it's totally up to you how you want to turn these on and off when it comes to the leaves and the snakes. Some are very obviously snakes, some are very obviously leaves. Okay, so let's see how that's looking. Oh, her face didn't contour out. I missed that part. Okay. Now it's finding the sweet spot to turn the face off. There we go. So when you line it up, you can take a peek at it, go, is that what I like? But once we get the green one done, then you'll have a better idea and you can switch between the two. So that's the one we're keeping, and these two we're getting rid of. So last contour. I've got Medusa's face there to the side so I can see there's only a few to turn back on. So we'll hide all contours. Let's find the sweet spot. No, we don't want to turn the snake on. Okay, so I'm going to turn on these leaves. They're going to be a little tricky. Let's try on the other side. There's one. There's two. Got a little leaf down there. This bottom one, just, I can't seem to find it. There we go. I'm just looking to see if there's any other ones I would like to turn on. I think that one right there, I'll make a leaf color. Make that one a leaf color, and I might switch this after. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, I still have to do her face. I keep forgetting the main one, or it's not letting me do it until I've turned on some other parts. There we go. So I gotta arrange that, send to the back. So there we go. We now took just a black outline of Medusa and switched it over, put in the colors we want, and I'm actually gonna cut this out in HTV, iron on, and I'll be putting this on a t-shirt, so I'll get that filmed as well.